Gents, welcome to the party. We are getting ready. We're like a few hours away from the mid-month patch for V735. I guess this is actually going to be considered the Loki inspired update, Marvel Studios Loki inspired update. We've got the patch details released this morning to us, so let's take a look at those, run them down. Like I told you guys before in previous videos, we are basically not only getting WarMachine, but his T3, which is now in his docket, but we're also getting two new uniforms, basically the TVA variant Loki and Loki President, suit Loki. Interesting choices. I would have much preferred that we got one TVA Loki, probably in his suit, or the President Loki and Kid Loki. We still have yet to get that version of Loki. I don't know when it's gonna come, what they plan on dropping. It would be really nice to see, but let's jump in right here. So we got the patch details, CM fragment, two new uniforms inspired. We're gonna basically have the wave patch that happens usually with the mid-month patch. So around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock tonight, basically the game will go in waves and the patch will just roll through. You'll basically reload your game and it'll go through its patches and do these updates. So let's take a look at these. Oh, I'm so excited and I just can't fight it. So I basically play this game on BlueStacks. If you don't know how to play on BlueStacks, remember that when you actually load BlueStacks, you need to load this game on 32-bit, not 64-bit. It will not work on 64-bit. We're gonna jump past WarMachine and Loki's costumes for right now, and we're gonna jump down here to some of the other detailed events that's coming up. We've basically got the end of the event, so if you didn't get your brilliant CTP of authority, your normal CTP of authority, you just basically kind of missed out, unfortunately. So that event is basically ending with these. The nice cool thing that has been added here is that we basically got the machine ability for Destroyer, Nebula, and Cable. Interesting choices there. Interesting choices. I think it's interesting mostly because I think Cable's going to get a significant boost from those abilities. Nebula, not so much. She needs a rework or something. She's trash. Destroyer, I'm surprised that we even bother with those characters unless there's going to be something coming from the future. We also noticed that there was some game error fixes inside here where basically Rescue, something was wrong with her plasma shield, her active skill. She wasn't removing all debuffs or something. They fixed it. And then this was an interesting one. Doom's new uniform, his third skill was being shown as energy damage, but was applying physical damage in actual battle, and receiving reflect physical damage when used has been fixed. So that's odd. I didn't notice it. I mean, Dude's so damn good that it really didn't fucking make a difference, I guess, you know, regardless what they were coming with. So it would have been interesting to see, though. And then we got the Hulkbuster Awaken skill not being used often in timeline battle has been fixed. So that's basically an autoplay thing if you autoplay at all. And let's jump into WarMachine's tier 3 ultimate skill. Not a lot of wording and text here. Not a lot at all. Like, this is a pretty diminished T3 skill in terms of what they're adding. So WarMachine, basically, he can be attached to tier 3. It's kind of hard to see this skill with this right here. I don't know if I can zoom in on this or whatever. Let's see if I can open this up so you see what's what. Basically, we've got WarMachine doing some... What does we got here? All right. He just carpet bombs the shit out of stuff. I mean, that's a lot of hits, obviously. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. In terms of T3s, this shit looks pretty whack. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not even gonna hold back. I'm gonna say it. That shit looks whack. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this paired up with the fact that it's basically saying here, I mean, the one good thing is that he's got the 100 increase of charge rate to accumulate true damage. So he has a true damage value, but and I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed overall with the way that skill looks. That shit looks plain. Like, I'm not fucking kidding. I'm sorry, guys. That looks whack. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there could have been so much more added to that other than what's going on there. This skill looks plain. So basically on his T3, we've got him getting a 80% chance to penetrate. Pretty standard, I guess. 100% an all damage immune invincible effects. 100% to increase his physical rate, or his to accumulate true damage, and then physical damage. To be perfectly honest with you, this shit looks like it could have been a third skill or a fourth or fifth skill. I want to be honest with you. It looks like it could have been third skill, fifth or fourth skill. I'm not even gonna pretend with this shit. Like, yo, I don't know what's up with Netmarble, and I'm trying not to say it, but I'm gonna fucking say it. Like, Netmarble does some dirty, grimy shit to POC characters. Like, y'all can take that how you want to. I'll lose the few subscribers or whatever that I have currently or whatever, but yo, they do some dirty shit. So I'm hoping that he's gonna be good, but we'll see. So let's see. We'll go back up here now, because obviously it's not written much into that skill, and I have to say, with what he's getting on his other skills, maybe that's the reason why they just didn't give him a T3, but that T3 looks whack. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. So if right off the bat he's getting his passive skill, resistant to armor. Basically that's a huge boost from what he was getting before. His previous skill was he was getting a 5% increase of physical defense and an immunity stun effect. That should let you know alone, like, what I'm saying about that. Like, that's a trash ass passive, a 5% increase of physical defense, and that was on his Marvel Avengers in-game uniform. Okay, so his most recent uniform, he had a passive where he was getting 5% increase of physical defense. That's trash. Now he's basically getting an application to technokinetic allies across the board, 40% increase of all attacks, 40% increase of all defenses, and a 30% increase of HP. So again, pairing this guy up with Hulkbuster armor, Iron Man, and Rescue, this is going to be a God Squad team right there. Like, I mean, that's some serious boost. The cool thing is, like it also says though, it's technokinetic allies, so that means you can use it on other people as well, which is something that I really like. He's going to be a really good support character with that passive, a 40% increase. It was something I wonder, was Doom a technokinetic? Is he considered technokinetic? I'm not sure. Whenever it says technokinetic, that just basically means machine type. So any of your machine type characters, that's a pretty decent Then we've got his ready for mission. Before, that was simply increase skill damage by 35% and increase the bonus damage by 20%. Not bad at all. So now he's getting ignores target dodge rate by 30% and an increase in so we still got the increase in skill damage, that basic one. So basically it's changed. He's decreases all skill damage, all damage received by 30%, and ignores target's dodge rate by 30%. All right, so that's not bad. And then we look like we're getting, what are we getting here? We're getting a couple of skill changes here, because Gatling gun, I mean, that's a throwaway one skill, whatever, you know, it's just freaking physical attack damage there. Then we've got Spiral Rush on his 2. It's got a stun effect, which is better than what he had before, which was just straight up physical damage, and not even that great physical damage, to be perfectly honest with you. And on his 3rd skill, it used to be repulsor shot, and I'm gonna tell you guys, his repulsor shot before was guards against 5 hits. That was what his 3rd skill was before. Guards against 5 hits and his physical damage. That was it, and it applied to self. Trash ass skill. And this is from his Avengers in-game uniform, right? Now he's basically getting 100% chance for immunity to all damage. That's good. Increase attack by 11% for each 1% of damage taken. These weird ass numbers that they're coming with for these, like, I don't understand what's going on with these weird, like, increase attack by 11%. What the whatever. Okay, and then he accumulates 150% of true damage regardless of defense and dodge rates. The total true damage accumulated cannot exceed 15% of HP. So this is interesting, right? Because Cynic Alex and Beast Mode, they can probably rail off stats to you easier than I can. I don't, you know, I don't have like I don't keep a mental Rolodex of shit like that going on in my head. But I think he's the only character I know of that's given that high of a damage boost for true damage. I think. I might be wrong. I would have to look at some other characters in the lineup to look at their skills. Like, let me try to take a look at Doom really quickly, because I think Doom would be a good one to look at, because I think he had true damage on his. So let me see real quick. Yeah, Doom has 100 increased charge rate, so that's on his T3 skill. That's on what you call this as well. Yeah, I don't see it on anybody else's, the 150%. I'd have to double check and look at that. You know who would probably be the best person to look at? I think it would be Sharon. Sharon Rogers probably be the best, but let's take a look at Captain Marvel inside here. She gets what? Yeah, man, I don't see anybody else in the list that's getting that kind of damage. So it could just be that he's just that damn good. I like 150% true damage. Like I said, Cynic Alex and those guys are better at railing off those things. But I'm looking at this right now. True damage even on like a character like what you call, no, okay, 150% of true damage regardless of defensive dodge rates. So that's pretty damn good. It's going to be one of those skills that you're going to obviously have to pair up. And then we go, he's got his fourth skill is a move in V-pad skill. He actually has an HP recovery, which is good. That, like, him being able to have 15% HP recovery, any kind of recovery is good. Like, almost at this point, you have to have recovery on a fucking character for them to be even considered good. And then he gets Mecha Annihilation, which is, he has silence, 30% increase of all attacks, and then physical damage. So from the looks of this, you're not going to be doing too much with his 1 and 2. Those are just trash ass throwaway skills. Like, seriously, those are just trash ass skills. So you're going to be like literally just rolling through those. You're going to probably need to activate his 3, and then it's going to be probably 3, 5, 6 maybe. Because when you look at it, you're going to have to activate that 3 whether you're rolling into any other skills, right? So I'd probably go 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, 6. 4, 3, 5, 6. It looks like. I think that's what I would be at right now off the top of my head looking at it. You obviously throwing away the 1 skill, but you want to activate 3 leading into your basic attacks. And if I look at his tier 3 back over here, it doesn't really have very much going on, but it's got enough hits that it looks like it's going on it from this animation that you're not going to want to cancel out of that. So you're going to want to end on that one. So you'd have to see what the animations are for his other skills, which we actually can see. I'll pull those up over here, and we'll take a look at them really quickly. Let me see. Where's he at? Where's my man at? Where's my blast character at? Where is he at? There we go. So if we were to go here, let me pull this into frame, and we were to look at his new uniform, which is sitting down here. We don't own it. But let's actually do this. We'll zoom in right here like this. How about that? How about that? And we'll look at his change skills. So like you can see, all 7 of his skills have changed. So let's take a look at his skills real quick. Let's see, how can I do that? Okay. God damn it, come on. So if you look at his 3rd skill, that's his 3rd where he's chambering you in, and then you got his 4th skill. You have to wait for this to cancel like we did in the previous video for him to go in there. And then his 5th skill right here. So you can't move that. His 4th skill looks like you can move once you get inside of it. That's got a lot of hits on it. So I'm gonna imagine, that's gonna be hard, man. I'm gonna have to see how that is. But clearly 3 rolling into 5 or 4. This, let's see it, and then go here. Okay, there you go. So you can see right here it's basically gonna be 3, 5, 4, because 3 is gonna set you up for the accumulation, 5 is gonna get you going. You gotta wait for that summon to happen for there, and then 4 rolls into here with that to go, and you can move around. So there you go. That's basically what you're looking at. All right. Alrighty, all right, okay. So then we basically got Loki inside here. This is going to be another one of those good updates for Loki. So I'm probably going to hold off on leveling up my Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably end up holding off on leveling up universal. I think I'll probably hold off on leveling up what you call it. We'll see. Because I kind of wanted to level up Black Panther, to be honest with you. So I think I'm gonna hold off on him, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said to you guys, mostly with these games, they're toon collectors. Don't invest in toons that you don't really intend to play with and use. So we can look at Loki right here. And let me pull this window out of here so that way we can see what it is. And so basically Loki's got his passive, Trickster. Trickster passive was just a 30% increase of energy attack. Now on his President Loki uniform, he's getting a 30% increase of energy attack, which was already there. Then he's getting an activation rate when dominant spirit skill is used. Applies to self, decrease all damage received by 50%. Wow. And a 15% recovery of max HP. And he's getting a cooldown time. What the fuck? Are you serious? That is ridiculous. Hold on. So I got to pull these up, the two Loki things side by side, because there was definitely some serious changes, no kidding you, in both of these Loki uniforms. So let's pull these up side by side real quick, because I think that's going to be the big talk of the town, right? Is which one of these Loki uniforms is going to be the better one, because they actually look, you get a synergy bonus for them, but they actually appear very differently inside here. So like in Trickster on this one, you can see he's getting 30% increase, but on his President Loki is clearly looking like it's a little bit better there. That guaranteed critical rate, it's pretty easy at this point in the game to cap out on critical rate. So like, I don't know why you would necessarily that's not shiny to me. Like, if you do your comic cards, you can cap out on critical rate pretty easy at this point. Then we got his Mischief Magic skill. Mischief Magic was on his previous one, giving him a 50% bonus and 25% bonus. So that looks like that stays the same. And then we've got Clone Slash as his one skill. Before it was Sudden Slice and he was getting a freeze. Now he's getting energy damage 65. So those look, they're about the same across the board. This is where things get a little bit different, because now on his 2 skill, he has Vanishing Dagger and Deceptive Oration. So he's getting mind control. Well, that's easy, because his 2 skill on the President Loki's far better. He's getting mind control. That's awesome, with paralysis. Wow, so he's getting mind control 3 seconds, damage received increased by 10%. Then he's getting a paralysis, ignores immunity, and then on top of that, he's getting an invincible. Wow, so his 2 skill is definitely better. Now we've got his 3rd skill sitting inside here, and we've got basically Rule of Power versus Variant Magic. I'm gonna tell you right now, these are already better than his previous uniform. Like his previous Agent of Asgard, this is better already. So we're basically getting Rule of Power applies to enemies, stun 3 seconds, incapacitation, applies to self. He gets a recovery 15, 100% energy immunity. So they're the same skill, they're just labeled out differently. On his previous uniform, he was just getting an incapacitation. So not too bad there, but they're the same skill. Now we're getting, I wonder if they're just going to look different inside there. They're both the same cooldowns. He's got some seriously low cooldowns too, so this is good. Now on his 4th skill, we got Illusion Field and Endless Mischief. So let's see, this applies to enemies. He's dealing 30% bleed damage. I can tell you right now, that is trash. Bleed damage does absolutely dick all to you. He gets paralysis on that skill on his TVA variant and a 50% increase of all attacks. But on his President Loki uniform, he gets silence for 3 seconds, removes the active buff from the target. He also gets mind control as well. Damage received increased by 10%. He also gets the paralysis, and he gets a 55% increase of all attacks. Wow. Wow. And on his 5th skill, Serpentine Spear, this looks like it's still the same as his previous. Yep. So his 5th skill is still basically the same. So basically we've got 3 varying skills here. It looks like 4. Yeah, 4 varying skills and a new passive. But it definitely looks like we're gonna be looking at using the President Loki uniform more than we're gonna look at the TVA suit, because yeah, I think it looks, I think that those abilities on President Loki look far better than the abilities. There's no change in supervillain status, all attack, yeah, so there's nothing different there. Some of the skills are different. I wonder how this, the third, since it's called variant magic, this one's called rule of power, I'm interested to see how they do. I cannot wait. I am definitely going to probably be purchasing both those uniforms for the synergy the synergy effect. But there you guys have it. So we basically have those events panning out. Those, like I said, they should be coming tonight. On top of the patch details, we also have some events that are basically coming. We've got the August relay pack, which goes inside the shop. I never really purchased the relay packs, and this one is probably going to be a hot pass for me as well. Like, none of these items are really worth it. They're just kind of like, you know, ways to just get money. We've got the Loki update celebration event, so all uniforms 40% off, character bonus growth missions, so basically get your character as high as possible, and you're gonna get some rewards. Uniform upgrade kits, I don't know why uniform upgrade kits are still a thing inside this game. They really shouldn't be. Who the fuck cares about uniform upgrade kits? Like, they're easy to get. We're gonna get some black antimatter and Norn Stones of Chaos. Both are useful. The combined Uru, to combine them, is 30% off. That's gonna piss me off because I just did my Dr. Doom and spent so much damn gold on that one. Then we've got the Uru unequipped, 50% discounts. The Odin's Blessing increase chance. Cynic Alex has done a video on this. The numbers have never looked really good on those in terms of combining them, but if you got extra ones, what the hell, you might as well combine them. And then we've got a growth event for character ranking reward here. What do we got else inside here? It looks like we've got a hero package that's coming in. So if you don't have a tier 2 WarMachine, you can purchase a tier 2 WarMachine. You can get a tier 2 Loki. I do not suggest purchasing that tier 2 Loki pack. I really don't. I don't even suggest purchasing this WarMachine hero pack. That is, I mean, but if you want to spend crystals on that, I really don't think that that's a I don't think that's a smart buy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think that one's a smart buy at all. Do not touch, do not pass go. I'd stay away from those. And then we've got Loki's trick chest coming in as well. What's inside his chest? So 330 crystals and the Loki trick chest. What's available from the trick chest? Biometrics for WarMachine, biometrics for Loki, and then 6-star cards. Not worth it for me, to be perfectly honest with you. Not at the place I am. Even getting 100 cosmic cube fragments, not worth it. You could literally get, I can get more than 100 cosmic cube fragments a day, so I don't think that this box is worth it. Even if you were hurting for Loki biometrics or WarMachine biometrics, which you could get from Dimension Shop, I would stay away from these. None of these sales really look like they are screaming out get. But of course, I'm at an in-game player level. I'm not even a whale in this game, but none of these events are looking that spicy for you to purchase anything. Those uniforms, especially that Loki uniform, I don't know. I don't have the books to T3 my Loki, and we've just had so many good universal characters this year that I haven't been able to do that. And after just T3 and Dr. Doom, I don't know that that's going to happen. I have to see what actually happens once I get to play around the full uniform and whether I do it. I'm pretty sure I'm in range though. If I looked at my inventory inside here, let me see. I think I've got enough material to T3 somebody else. I definitely can T3 WarMachine, but we'll see. I was really looking forward to T3ing Black Panther right now, but we'll see what's happening. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Until the event goes live tonight, I'll try to give you my update and my thoughts about the characters and whether they're playable or whatever, you know, give you some insight on those characters later on once we get the update. Until next time, remember, like and subscribe. Peace.